Okay, now what decision am I getting ready to make? What decision am I getting ready to make? And you make your decisions based upon facts. All decisions based upon facts. All decisions. What's left after all? Nothing. Do not make a decision in an amygdala state, because you are going to make it. That is inhibition control, and that's in your executive function. So come back over here and do the things and say the things that you are not going to regret later. That's why you stay here. Your power is in your frontal lobe. That is where all of your power exists. Soon as you get to your amygdala, done. From a parenting, a care, relationships, all of that. You got to make it. If you are fight or flight for real, here comes the saber-tooth tiger. Okay, here comes the saber-tooth tiger. Got it. Jump back to the frontal lobe so you can defend yourself from that saber-tooth tiger. So in solutions for decision making, it is always best case scenario. What is the best case scenario? And I did that with love and the other person before I kicked everybody off, because we don't have time for that this morning. It was to demonstrate that you're doing something positive, and here comes somebody with some negative things unrelated. And you can think of it this way. If you minding your own business, you say, oh, I'm gonna check out some TikTok videos or some reels or something, and you start scrolling through, and then you start getting attached to things that have nothing to do with you, that's no different than them coming with their nonsense about anti-aging, and I'm on a dating app. You just saw it, and now you're all distracted and caught up in something that has nothing to do with you. The people here today, the person telling me about Jesus as my Lord and Savior, do I know him? And all, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about negative biases on my morning lives. And yes, you're welcome, Lola. My pleasure. And now here they come with some nonsense, some piffleness, and some bullshit that has nothing to do with what you're doing. Okay? Got it? Now, the last one is people perceptions. When forming impressions of other people, you tend to focus on the negative information first. You hear something about somebody, what they do, what they say. And then from there, that's why it's like, oh, you'll never get a second chance to make a first impression. Your first impression of somebody, if you're in your frontal lobe, is usually correct. If you're in your amygdala, you're probably wrong. People have first impressions of me, and I've yet to meet a person who actually the first time they met me were correct about me. That could tell me everything about me correctly. Never met that person, especially since after me turning 40. They've not been successful in doing that at all. Because I told you I was a Mary Kay beauty consultant, but now I done told you all the things that you gotta, and my daughter wants me to make a video. Side note, because people keep having on the wrong foundation. And so what you have to do is you have to take the foundation and go from here down. And where the foundation disappears, that's your actual foundation color. And she wants me to do the video. I'm not going to do the video. So you got to go vertical, because this is going to be 3 different colors. And where it disappears, that's the one. And sometimes, depending on the time of year, you might have to mix 2. And that's why this part ain't the same color as this part. And it definitely ain't the same color as the décolletage, because they're picking the wrong color foundation. Side note, done with that. Back to what I'm saying. So you have this initial impression of people, and 99% of the time is negative because of all the other biases that you bring along with you. Your beauty bias, your confirmation bias, your it's escaping me right now. Give me 1 second. Dang it. The contrast effect. So you're you're comparing 2 things that have nothing to do with each other. And now you're comparing all of that. Your past experience. If somebody walked past with CK1 on, and I know people don't even wear that anymore. Back in the day, everybody had it on. I'm going to go all the way back to the 90s and be back in college with that. What you laughing at, Kevin? And I'm going to be all the way back in Drakkar, right? So you're in the club and somebody got some Drakkar on, some Hugo. You're like, wait a minute. Those smells from the amygdala going through the thalamus will take you back. So you're using all of these other biases. I didn't realize how many people in the world look like my ex-husband. I'm like, there he go. Look at him. That's Harvey 2.0 over there. There you go over there too. There you go over there. So I didn't already put this person in a category because of what it reminds me of. And that's what happens. It was a negative experience. So I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. Like, you need some help? No, I'm good. Go on. Nah, we good. you his doppelganger. So nope, I ain't taking no chances on that. So that's it in a nutshell. So in your relationships, get rid of the unaccountable people or remove them from your life because they're going to bring negative bias. In your decision making, don't have any family members that are unaccountable, your homies, your BFFs, your bros, your sorors, whatever, your golf